Kill it with fire! Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 nightmare fuel creatures in video games. Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at enemies, bosses, and other NPCs from video games that are sure to leave a lasting impression based on how terrifying they are. Number 10. Cherubs, Doom 3. In a game called Doom, one should expect tons of freaky looking enemies to pump lead into, but whoever came up with the Cherubs has a seriously twisted mind. Essentially a combination of a baby's body with insect-like claws and wings, the Cherubs lunge out from the darkness, making spine-tingling shriek sounds as they move in for the kill. They aren't terribly difficult to kill, but they do tend to attack in groups, causing the player to be surrounded by a swarm of these mutant bug babies. Put it out of its misery. Number 9. Endermen Minecraft. How could such a terrifying being come from such a cute and colorful game? The Endermen are tall, shadowy figures that wander the world of Minecraft. They aren't entirely confrontational, but if a player happens to get a bit too close, get ready for trouble. If provoked, the Endermen will rush towards the player, shaking violently with rage with their mouths wide open, making some truly ungodly screeching sounds. Although escape from a pursuing Enderman is possible, it is far from easy, as they relentlessly chase the player until they take them down. Oh, and they can teleport too. Lovely.
Jesse?
Number 8. Wallmasters, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. So, you're just strolling along, minding your own business, trying to traverse the depths of a perilous dungeon. Eventually, you move into a seemingly empty room and begin to investigate your surroundings when suddenly, a shadow begins to grow around Link moments before the game gives you a wicked heart attack. Once the Wallmaster gets a grip on you, there is no fighting back, as it pulls you up towards the ceiling and drops you back at the start of the level. It all happens so suddenly, that sense of fright lingers on for minutes after the Wallmaster's initial attack. To think the game has an ESRB rating of E for everyone slapped onto it? Pfft, yeah right. Number 7. Clickers, The Last of Us. Who would have ever guessed that some little clicking noises would strike such intense fear into us? The clickers in Naughty Dog's post-apocalyptic epic are both grotesque and incredibly intimidating in the way that they stumble and twitch around the environments. The distorted and graphic body structure, with fungus sprouting out of every square inch of their bodies, is enough to make zombies from other video game franchises squirm. Then there's the realization that these abominations inhabit the entire planet. The danger of running into a clicker is very real and can happen at any time. There's no sense of safety in the world of The Last of Us, so never let your guard down. Number 6. Twin Victim, Silent Hill 4, The Room. We all know the expression, 2 heads are better than 1. Especially if the goal is to use said heads to strike unbelievable fear into the hearts of gamers. Basically, a highly deformed version of conjoined twins, this eerie-looking monster stalks the many twisted hallways and rooms of this 4th Silent Hill game. Twin victims tend to leave you alone as long as you don't attack them, but if for whatever reason you're feeling suicidal and do decide to engage one, you will instantly regret it. Their disgustingly long arms will try to grab you and beat you to a pulp, so make sure to finish what you start or just avoid these guys altogether. Number 5. Headcrab Zombies, Half-Life series. The headcrab creatures are spooky little alien freaks as it is, but it's when they latch onto a human host and transform into zombie-like enemies that things get really scary. There are several possible mutations that can occur when a headcrab joins onto a host. Some have long, razor-sharp claws, whereas others have a giant set of teeth right on their chest. Ew. No matter which kind, they all share a ferocious tenacity to chase down the player and rip them to shreds, with very little concern or awareness of danger. The muffled groaning heard around them suggests that the human host is still alive under the headcrab, screaming out for help. Ugh. Number 4. Khezu, Monster Hunter series. With a wyvern's body and a giant worm-like head, the Khezu is the combination of two creatures that you never wanted to see. Their massive size and slimy exterior are enough to make our own skin crawl, and the added detail of being able to see veins and other organs through their transparent skin texture only nauseates us even further. The Khezu are cave dwellers, so if you dare to fight one, best not to engage them in their natural habitat. Caves give them an unbelievable advantage as they can latch onto the walls and aggressively attack you from any possible direction. Topping it off, they breed by planting eggs into the bodies of their victims, so that's pleasant. Number 3. Regenerators, Resident Evil 4. What's scarier than a red-eyed, gray-skinned, sharp-toothed freak of nature lumbering towards you? Well, a red-eyed, gray-skinned, sharp-toothed freak of nature that is very hard to kill. You can unload all the ammo you want into the Regenerators, but no matter how many limbs you blast off or how many times you knock them down, they never stop regenerating themselves back into fighting form. They can eventually be killed, but it takes so much effort that your better alternative is to run like hell. The scariest aspect about one of these monsters is their quiet breathing, so if you happen to hear that around the corner, proceed with extreme caution. Number 2. Centaurs, Fallout series. As if the notion of living in a post-apocalyptic world wasn't nearly frightening enough, by all means, add in these terrifying atrocities. Centaurs are the result of science gone way too far, trying to combine different people and animals into one and then infecting it with the forced evolutionary virus. The result is the bundle of joy before you. Centaurs are horribly disfigured, with their bodies looking like they've been turned inside out. Their mouths are filled with wriggling tentacles, and in the place of legs, centaurs instead have multiple human arms to drag themselves along the floor. Centaurs are additionally very quiet creatures, so you'll never even hear them coming. Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
You remember, right? Exactly 10 months back.
Number 1. Monstrosity of Sin, Dark Souls 3. What the hell? Dark Souls is no stranger to haunting enemy designs, but where were the minds of developers when they came up with this thing? This beast has very violent methods of attack, essentially just smashing its entire body into you until you're dead. Avoid that body like the plague, because why would you ever want something looking like that to touch you? It's a set of giant fingers attached to a blubbery mass of flesh with gooey pus all over it. Anyone else feel like barfing yet? Ah well, sleep is overrated anyway. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.